Scary news teases. The latest batch. Here's the first one.
Plus, coffee, cell phones, fries. Well, now a new danger on the road, and it's right in a driver's palm.
Well, yeah, I've heard about things like that. You shouldn't do it while you're driving. It is dangerous. Yeah.
Wait a minute. What?
Didn't that joke end with, well, you should see what's in her hand?
Plus, coffee, cell phones, fries. Well, now a new danger on the road, and it's right in a driver's palm.
Let me think.
Blackberries.
Stigmata.
Stigmata.
Could be. Blood on the wheel, a little slippery. I'm going to say, what were the choices first? What did they say? They said something.
Well, it's stuff that people already drive with. In their hand, like
but what was the first one? Cell phone?
Coffee or... Wait.
Plus,
fries?
coffee, cell phones, fries.
The first one, plus?
Now
What did he say?
Danger on the road, and it's right in a driver's palm.
No, the first thing.
Something then plus.
Listen.
Oh, that was the end of another story.
Oh.
And then he goes into this scary news tease.
Who left plus in there?
Plus, coffee, cell phones, fries. Well, now a new...
What are you... You're insane. That makes perfect sense.
Now it
He was teasing something.
Now it does.
Yeah,
I thought it was 4 choices. Plus,
I thought
okay.
I thought he was...
You guys really?
Yeah, because it sounded like...
I thought I was misunderstanding a word, and he was mentioning another danger.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The dreaded plus.
No, you know how they just rattle off everything coming up, you know,
Yeah.
it's how it's sports, plus...
Instead of just saying plus the danger, he says plus and he does the T.
He goes
Right.
plus this, that. The way he says it makes it sound like it's one of
Is
the
this Ernie
list.
Anastas? Ernie Anastas.
Ernie an ass.
All right, so what do you think it is? So it's not the cell phones, it's not the food, it's not the beverages.
Makeup. Damn it.
No.
I'm going to guess you're carrying
New technology. iPod.
No.
a vial of blood from a certain celebrity who used to, I don't want to say it, be a Brady.
Why not just say Robert Reed?
That would be in poor taste. And I was trying to avoid doing another age joke. I don't want to be that predictable.
By the way, no reason to listen to the radio anymore.
No.
Nah, iPods. Taking over the world.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah. That's why we do a talk show.
It's in your palm. It's not a cell phone. It's not coffee. It's not fries.
Fries.
I don't know.
I don't know.
This
I
is
don't
so-
know.
I'm aggravated. Cigarettes?
It's not really a scary news tease, by the way. It's an interesting news tease. It's,
A dildo.
Yeah, might as well.
well, we've heard about the women that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know all about the silver bullets, ladies.
A lipstick.
All right, Danny, what is it?
Makeup?
Well, it actually is a cell phone because the story is about the dangers of texting and driving.
But he said cell phone.
That's what made it so ridiculous.
Oh, God.
Texting and driving. Well, that is kind of dangerous.
Yeah, it is. But why not just say texting and driving dangers
Yeah.
instead of the palm of your hand?
All right, well,
Ernie Anastas is a douche.
hopefully the next scary news tease will be better.
It's scary.
We didn't say interesting, did we, Dan?
Right, Dan.
I won't be ignored, Dan.
He says they tout it as like a new danger, and meanwhile it's not.
And it was
It
a
clearly isn't.
dangerous.
See how frightened we all are after that one? Dan.
Yeah.
I got to shake this one off before we play the next one.
Ooh. I'm shaking in my boots. All right, here's the next one.
Coming up at 5 on Channel 4. Is it safe to breathe and live in the city of New Orleans? A new test has the answer.
Wow. How about just a yes or a no?
Yeah, is it safe to breathe and live? To breathe, probably. To live, no.
Help me out here. I'm breathing right now. Help me out.
To breathe, probably no. And to live, all they got to do is just show you the residence. I think you can.
Let me tell you something I do know. It's not healthy to not breathe and live anywhere.
That's really good.
I think if you don't breathe,
I think you're
you have
onto
more of a
something.
chance of dying than breathing in New Orleans.
I think you might be onto something, my
I
friend.
try.
To breathe and live.
You're the smart one on the show.
To breathe and live.
You're the smart one around here.
Oh, Try my best.
What am I, guys? What am I?
I don't know, but Anthony's the smart one around here.
But what am I?
You're sweet.
No, I'm not. You're sweet.
No, I'm not.
He's smart. You're sweet. What am I?
Creep.
I'm not a creep.
You're a creep.
You're a creep, too. So he's smart, you're sweet, and a creep. What am I?
You're, gentle with a tart underside.
A psychopath.
Hey, that's the one that,
Well,
flips the switch.
it's one that boosted you to fame.
You're tussleable.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So, Danny, is it safe to breathe air?
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that it is safe to breathe.
All right.
Damn it.
Then why would they have that news tease? How anticlimactic is that? Is it safe to live there? Yes.
Yes, it is.
Now on to sports.
Yes. In other news, Pam Anderson had a miscarriage while filming Blonde and Blonder.
It
True
wasn't
story,
Blonde
by the
and
way.
Blonder, was it?
Yeah.
That's what they were filming?
She's doing a movie, Blonde and Blonder.
Is that a Dumb and Dumber takeoff?
I don't know.
With girls?
We'll have to ask Jeff Daniels. He's
Of
here
course
today.
it is.
But with girls.
So she really did have a miscarriage.
Oops.
All right, here's the next scary news tease. This one could be worth the price of admission. Keep your fingers crossed, because so far, ugh.
Yeah.
A Subway sandwich surprise. A woman says she found a body part in her sandwich. Should you be concerned?
Should you be concerned?
Should you be concerned?
What part was it?
Yeah, what part was it? Where was it?
That's why we
Do I even eat there?
Yeah.
That's why we have
She
Dan.
bite into it and have mayo squirted into her mouth.
Body part found in sandwich. Should you be concerned?
Danny, should we?
Well,
I think the finger to sandwich ratio is pretty low these days, so I don't think it would be such a problem.
Yeah.
so why are they asking if we should be concerned?
Because a lady had found a piece of a finger in a Subway sandwich.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I don't know. Maybe
It comes in the processed meat.
Yeah, but how do you cut off your finger? Oh, you think
Not
it?
like the factory.
Oh, you think it falls into the big vat
Yeah, the big vat of something.
of Subway ingredients?
A big hopper.
and you're too
full of
busy getting a
something.
Band-Aid or
Yeah.
duct tape, and you're like, who's going to notice?
They got to take Emmanuel to the hospital, and the whole thing is still, the works are still running, and it's spitting out things, and there goes your
But
finger.
Emmanuel cannot go to the hospital because he's an illegal immigrant.
But he can go to the emergency room, and they can't deny you service over
yeah,
there.
but then you get in trouble. For
That's why
being
the
an
emergency
illegal
rooms are so
immigrant.
full, and if you got a bullet wound, you got to sit there and wait because 20 Mexicans are in there with a cold and need some aspirin, but since they can't go to a doctor, they got to go to the emergency room. Blah, 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 blah.
I saw a photo on Ogrish one time of a guy whose hand had gone through a meat grinder.
Ooh.
I don't know how it got
Wow.
caught, but it went through, and his arm was stuck from like below the elbow, and he was just standing there, and it was like a metal, like a pencil sharpener attached, and his arm was all the way through it, and they had to remove his arm. But how do you pull your arm out of a meat grinder when it's all caught up in the bone? It was really a mess.
Yeah, did they just cut his arm off right there?
I think they had to sever the arm or bring the machine.
They
to the
use
hospital.
leeches. Leeches, Mike.
Why do you go to Ogrish?
Oh,
I don't
love
know
it.
why you go there.
Why do you go there?
Why wouldn't you?
Did you see the picture of the guy that was trying to climb that fence with the spikes on it? And he fell, and the spike went through the bottom of his jaw and came out his mouth.
Did he live?
Yeah, and he was hanging on the fence, and the cops had to come because he was trying to rob the place. And he was hanging there by his jawbone, just stuck like a fish on a hook.
That's terrific.
Oof.
Well, what do we got there, Danny? So we have no concerns here because it doesn't happen often?
That's correct.
What are they trying to tease, that there's like a serial killer working at a Subway or something?
Right, just chopping off digits and throwing them into sandwiches. I know there's another one, news tease from another country. The Japanese news teases? I heard a few of these.
Yeah.
Wonder what this story's about.
I wonder, too.
Be effects of radiation from Hiroshima? No?
Well, why don't we listen to the scary news tease from Japan,
All
Anthony?
right.
大体ガキの使いあらへんで、チキチキ、奇跡の魔術師、松本人志水中大脱出イリュージョン大変だ第1回ガキの使いあらへんで、チキチキ、奇跡の魔術師、松本人志水中大脱出うわうわうわうわうわ はい乗って続いてのタイトルこちらはい行きましょう皆さんもよい第1回ガキの使いやらへんでチキチキ5元芸人救済
That's not a news tease, Anthony. That's the guess the sound thing we're doing today.
Oh, see, I thought it was a news tease.
By the way, no one has gotten guess the sound yet. Not one person can figure out what that is, Anthony. We'll take some more guesses in a minute or two here.
What dopes?
Hey, by the way, how many calories in a fingertip? Because, you know, Subway sandwiches, they're claiming that there's not a lot of calories in their sandwiches.
See, Jared's getting a little fat.
Getting a little
Have
heavy,
you noticed
right?
that? Yeah, in the commercials.
Well, it's hard to imagine that just eating Subway sandwiches isn't a great diet plan. That fraud.
Subway isn't a sponsor, is it?
I wouldn't care if it was. Stop saying you're a
I
great
would.
diet thing with your big bready sandwiches. You liars.
Big breadies.
That's all it is bread. Have a big bready sandwich prepared by somebody who barely speaks the language. Would you like some onions and other diarrhea-inducing stuff dumped onto this garbage? No, I wouldn't. And who likes black peppers and black olives on a stupid sandwich?
Oh,
No
black
one.
olives, the worst.
No one likes black
No
olives
one.
on a sandwich, you savages. Blimpie destroys Subway. Destroys it.
Wow, what's wrong with
I
you?
hate Subway. Prefab crap.
It's a stupid sandwich.
They make their own bread right there at the
Yeah,
Subway.
do they?
Yeah, they do.
How lovely.
Fresh baked.
That's wonderful. But the meat's not fresh. It just doesn't taste that way to me. It's all prefab. They lift those creepy lids. Here's the same meat we've been serving for 6 weeks. Would you care for it?
Yeah, I always said if you're going to get a sandwich, especially in New York, you would go to a reputable deli.
Go to Blimpie. They cut it right there for
Blimpie,
you.
why go to a Blimp? Why not go to a deli where it's made and you could say, could you slice that? I like my ham sliced tissue paper thin.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
the guy will look at you and have no idea because his stupid deli is an Al-Qaeda front.
Yeah. Maybe I'm thinking of the old days.
Yeah, of course you are. Go to Blimpie.
All right, here we go.
Jimmy endorsing Blimpie.
I certainly am. And I haven't eaten one in 5 years. But I eat Subways on the road. I'm tired of them. Sandwiches stink.
They seem all right.
He has 8 inches of bread and those rotten meats with some savage preparing it. A prefab sandwich prepared by a savage.
At least they wear the plastic gloves.
How wonderful.
For everything.
That's because they're molding C4 when they're not making your sandwich. Creeps.
All right, let's move on to the next scary news tease.
I detest Subway.
So far, none of these are going to make the News Tease Hall of Fame, by the way.
No.
We move on to
No.
the next one. Here it is.
The plan to ban an ingredient that could kill you, and why some people are saying not so fast.
Plan to ban ingredient that can kill you. There's some pros and cons.
But there's
on this.
people saying not so fast.
Not so
we don't,
fast.
We don't want to ban the things that are killing you.
Right. Because it tastes good?
This could be anything.
I know what it is.
Yeah?
What?
Anthrax. And the people saying no are the anthrax makers.
Right.
I saw this one.
The producers of anthrax.
The people saying no are the ones that have stock in anthrax.
Right.
Can you actually
They got their
buy
life
stock in
savings.
anthrax?
Oh, yeah, you can.
I'm trying to
It's
think.
A and X on the NASDAQ.
Something.
What?
Is that the ticker?
What?
Something that can kill.
What is it?
I give up.
Well, you can't give up that easy.
I give up easy.
Give us a hint there, Dan. Why am I calling you Dan?
Dan.
Dan.
Upgraded.
Danny.
Give us a hint, Danny.
Well, it's been proposed by Bloomberg for all you New Yorkers.
So it's a New York ingredient.
Wow, that's arguably the worst hint ever given
It's hard. It's tough.
by anyone. With in any situation, I've never heard a worse hint.
Monosodium glutamate.
Oh,
Opie's got it.
I got it.
What?
I'm going to stand for this
Oh.
so you can all acknowledge my greatness.
Please be wrong.
All right.
Be wrong.
Trans fats.
Yeah, it's trans fats.
Oh, it's trans fat.
Huh?
Wait, is that male fat that feels it's in a female fat body?
That's tranny fat.
Oh.
This is an old news tease.
Fat tranny.
Trans fats. And I say not so fast. If you want to eat trans fats, then eat your stupid trans fats.
Absolutely.
I don't give a crap. There's too many people on the road anyway.
Yeah.
Smoke your cigarettes and eat your trans fats.
Stop trying to save everybody.
And maybe I'll finally find a nice freaking home in New York City.
Get a good parking spot.
Mm-hmm. You don't need the government helping you out, telling you what not to eat and telling you what you shouldn't smoke. Less government. That's what I say.
Good.
I'm a libertarian, by the way.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
They're kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean, like, you know, in a political way.
I started going to the meetings. I'm turning into a libertarian, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I go to the meetings, too.
Well, I know you do.
But you got to dress funny.
Socialist, what?
Socialist, never.
I'm a Whig.
Are you a Whig?
Yeah, Jimmy's part of the Whig party.
I just like it because it's spelled W-H-I-G. I like that silent H. Throws everyone.
Whig.
All right, so it's trans fats, right? Yep. And why did people say not so fast, by the way?
Well, it's exactly the argument that you presented, where it's, you know, I have the right to eat it if I want to. So why is someone choosing for me?
That is the weirdest thing to me, that they tell you to...
What's a trans fat?
It's a bad fat.
It's the ingredient that makes everything taste good.
Why don't they just tell people if you want to eat it, eat it?
They're trying. Yeah. They're working with other oils and stuff, but the reality is what? Well, the trans fats are in the oils that they use to make things taste good, right?
Yeah, like, you know,
at fast food restaurants.
Right. So they want to try to implement, instead of using the grease that they're using, they want to use like vegetable oils and olive oils to replace it instead.
This big fat woman was trying to make a left into a McDonald's last night, and I left her enough room. But, of course, she's one of these inept broads that don't know the parameters of her vehicle. I cannot stand people that have no clue how wide their vehicle is, what spaces it could fit through, especially in Manhattan, where a lot of people are double parked. A lot of trucks are backed in the loading docks where they just leave enough room for you to get through on the street. And people don't know how wide their friggin' car is. I could zoom through at 60 with an Escalade, and there's somebody in a little Toyota inching through trying to, can I make it? So I left enough room for this slob. She gives me this look like I'm blocking her. Like she can't wait, even if I did block her, 3 more seconds to get her big fat face shoved into a Big Mac. I had to yell the C word out at her. I had to yell, you fat C word, at her. And that shook her up.
Curmudgeon?
Yes, curmudgeon.
Wouldn't it be more
chubby?
Wouldn't it be more effective to call her a cunt?
Oh, well, it could. It could. Wow, do my palms break into a sweat when you say something like that? Because I'm just hoping Al Dukes isn't in the bathroom right now with his hands on his hips, just going, oh.
Well, I get confused.
Yeah.
So much easier instead of, calling her the C word.
Wow.
Oh, no, I got hiccups. Cancer.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no, you got the hiccups.
I laugh so hard, cancer. That's what happens. You laugh so hard, cancer.
Learn how wide your vehicle is. That's what I say. Had a great sidewalk move, too, the other day.
Yeah.
One of those trucks backing into the loading docks through Queens when I tried to go through the expressway.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass. Big line of cars waiting. They just wait. They just sit there and wait. Right up on the sidewalk, a full city block on the sidewalk. And then plunk, plunk, back down, and I'm through. And I look behind me with such pride, and I look like, is anyone else going to follow me? Does anyone else have the balls to follow me?
I wouldn't.
No. It's a sidewalk.
Right. Listen, we got to take a break because we got a big star. He's sitting there drinking his coffee. He's bored out of his mind.
Get him in here.
Well, what are you looking at?
I was looking at the couch.
You thought he was there because I pointed at the empty couch?
Yeah. I can't see behind me.
Jeff Daniels joining the program next. We got Frank Caliendo calling in. We got Bob Saget calling in. And we have 3 more scary news teases. We're going to do it with Jeff Daniels. Let's see what he's got.
Yes.
See if he's got some chops to him.
Of course he does.
And he's got a guitar. I think he wants to play a song or two, right?
He was in Terms of Endearment.
He was in Dumb and Dumber.
All right.
That's the